So since the bits update, there's been a few other changes to farming that I didn't mention in my last video because it wasn't fully updated on every island, because there are millions of islands, so it does take a few days for all of them to update, and my island just took slightly longer. So the video, the stuff I was planning to include in that last video, I'm making into a separate video, and that's going to be this one. So before I get into what it all is, I would just like to say we hit 101 subscribers, so we can finally get our custom URL at some point when YouTube updates. At the moment I'm unable to claim the URL, but when I am, I will definitely do it and set a custom URL, which is big news indeed. What, next goal is a mil, I think that's fair. Right, anyway, so today's video is going to be about the new farming XP matters. So before the update, everyone always knew that pumpkins made the most XP per hour farming, but they weren't very money efficient, so most people tended to use sugarcane because they did good XP and good money at the same time. However, when the specialized hose came out, that changed because sugarcane became just as good as pumpkin, but also made you 3 times the profit pumpkin did, so sugarcane was by far the best. In today's video, I'm going to be doing carrots. I won't be doing potatoes because potatoes do the same as carrots. You get the same amount of drops per, and my hoe isn't quite as maxed as it could be. So I'm going to be doing carrots, cocoa bean, and sugarcane, comparing what I get XP wise in 15 minutes and money wise in 15 minutes, and work out roughly how much that gets in an hour, to see whether the farming meta is going to remain as sugarcane, which I personally think it will, but I'm open-minded, or whether it will change to carrots or cocoa beans. So let's find out. Okay, because I like to do the absolute best I can for my videos, I'm going to change what I said in the last clip. So instead of doing 15 minutes cane, 15 minutes cocoa bean, 15 minutes carrot, I'm going to do cocoa bean the same. However, I'm going to do 5 minute testing periods. I'm going to do 5 minutes of cane with a rookie hoe with a rabbit pet, 5 minutes of cane with a rookie hoe and an elephant pet, then 5 minutes of cane with a specialized hoe rabbit pet, and another 5 minutes specialized with elephant pet, to find out the most money we can make and the most XP. Now I'm using the rookie hoe because my hoes are slightly upgraded and there's a slight difference between them. So my sugarcane hoe is cultivating 8, whereas my carrot hoe doesn't. So that might change a few of the numbers. So we get the rookie hoe will be a base that you can obviously then multiply forwards based on your current stats. And we'll be using the elephant pet and rabbit pet to find out how much money they make with the corresponding pet and how much XP they make with the corresponding pet. Now obviously there's not a rookie hoe version of an axe for the cocoa bean farm, so I'm just going to use the normal cocoa chopper with rabbit for 5 minutes, then with elephant for 5 minutes. So with all that said and done, we're going to start off our first 5 minutes with our rookie hoe in sugarcane. Okay, so I've just finished my calculations and time spent on cane with my rookie hoe and specialized hoe with both pets for both hoes. And I'm going to save all of the information till the end of the video so I can keep you all waiting in suspense, and I need that watch time, to be honest. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because, you know, we're nearing in on that 1 million subscribers, and every little helps. You know, my social blade projects that in 5 years' time we'll have 11,000 subs, so maybe in 50 years' time that'll be a mil. Who knows? Let's work together and do it. So now I'm going to start with carrot. I'm going to start using the rookie hoe like before, save the results, move on to cocoa bean, and then I'll be back at the end of the video with the results, with the information you all desperately desire. Okay, so I've just finished my extensive testing and experimenting of all the different farms with all the new XPs given since the update. Obviously I use carrots instead of potato because I mean, my hoe was better. That's the only reason. They drop the same amount, they give the same XP, it's the same. So that won't affect any of the results if you decide to do potato instead of carrot. The only other change that I didn't do was mushroom, and that got updated to 6 XP per, but I don't think anybody on the server has a big enough mushroom farm for that to even be relevant. So that's why I left that out of this one. So next to me is a sheet of paper with all of the information I found. So, honestly, cocoa beans, don't waste your time. Cocoa beans were by far the worst in every category I tested them for. With the rabbit pet for XP, they only gave 350k XP an hour, which is lower than carrot with an elephant pet with a rookie hoe. So, cocoa beans, terrible for XP. Don't waste your time doing it for XP. Money-wise, however, they did perform one of the best. So at NPC price with an elephant pet, you're looking at about 2.2 million coins per hour from cocoa beans, which is rubbish. Just do nether wart at that stage. Well, if you're doing it for money, just do nether wart. So I'm deleting, there we go. Cocoa beans deleted from existence. We're never looking at that again. Okay, now moving on to the slightly closer contenders, carrot and cane. So obviously, if we look at specialized hoe with the rabbit pet and compare the two, with cane you're looking at 660k XP per hour, whereas carrot's looking at 580k XP per hour. So it's about 100k difference. However, money wise, if we look at specific money setup, so we'll look at specialized with rabbit and specialized with elephant. So with the rabbit pet, you're looking at with cane 1.5 million coins per hour. I'd recommend selling to the NPC because Bazaar is actually cheaper. So to make the most money, 1.5 mil per hour with cane with a rabbit pet. With carrot, you're looking at about, if you sell to the NPC, it's 1 million coins. If you sell to the Bazaar, it's 2.4 million. So better with a rabbit pet, about 1 million coins better per hour with a rabbit pet. With an elephant pet, you know, it speaks levels. Even though you're looking at 100k less XP per hour, which is then 200k less XP per hour than cane, you're looking at about 3.3 to 3.4 million coins an hour if you sell to the Bazaar. I'd always recommend selling to the Bazaar because NPC is literally a coin per carrot, which is pretty rubbish. Overall, even though carrot is that much, even at worst in mil better per hour for money, I'd still definitely recommend using cane, because that time you can spend after getting farming 60 or farming 50 or whatever your goal is, you can use that time to get more money using nether wart or doing dungeons or another money method. So overall, I think cane is still the best crop to use for maximizing money and XP. So in case you guys didn't know, if I just go to my island, I have designed the new wave of farms. These have been shouted out in other YouTubers videos like Sweet Booty and Chloe. Chloe specifically did a video on my cane design where you literally run sideways breaking it, you go all the way through, and it's not quite infinite on one layer. So when you hit the end portal, you flip and go backwards like this until you get back to the top, and then you flip back and it's infinite, and it's about the same as the normal running cane farm that I currently use, but overall it's easier because you use note blocks to hear a ping every time you drop down a layer, which just makes it more AFKable. Obviously you have to be there to not get banned, but overall this is definitely the best farm to go with. So if you guys are looking for a farm similar or how to make it, my island is always open. When you spawn in, you should end up here by these NPCs. Talk to them, by the way, I would recommend. Then fly straight up, and here's the cane farm design. That about does it for this video. I'll see you next time. I almost forgot. It's time for the uninspiring quote of the day. Please, just live by this one. Live by this one. This one's very, very important. it's never too late to go back to bed.